Hey, this is Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, and you listen to IcoPod, the best podcast going today. Holler if you hear me.
Then we're back with episode 187 of IcoPod. I am Bob Collian Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley and Austin Skinner. Fellas, we're coming out of WrestleMania 12. Ultimate Warrior and Goldust appear to be in line for a feud. Diesel and Shawn Michaels, former friends, are apparently going to be feuding once again. And Yokozuna was escorted off on a forklift recently. How are we feeling as we continue on here with 1996?
Well, I'm really glad about that recap you gave because I kind of forgot about most of it besides the Ultimate Warrior and Goldust stuff. And then I know it was 2 weeks ago where Mankind attacked The Undertaker. Right. So that's happening too, which I think that's the most exciting thing that's going on right now because Mankind being thrown into what I'm going to assume is going to be a major storyline with The Undertaker, I think is pretty cool. The Warriors,
I think it's one of the biggest debuts to immediately be inserted into a top feud.
Now, do you think I was thinking about this before I got on? Do you think that they did that because Mick Foley or Cactus Jack is more well known before he signed? I mean, I guess I don't know if I'd say the same about Dustin as much, but do you think that they're doing it for him because he is more well known when he's coming in, even though he's doing this new character, or do we think that it's just they're trying this out with this new Mankind character?
I think
both.
I think they're just trying it out. I don't know. I think they were trying to hide the fact that he was Cactus Jack.
I mean, I sort of do as well. I mean, they obviously cover his face up. He jokes about it all the time. Yeah. But just hiding the fact that he's Cactus Jack. I mean, as far as fans, they might know his work rate, know how he is, and be like, okay, we know this guy can do X, Y, and Z. Let's do something with The Undertaker with him and kind of see what happens.
And so don't forget, you can't forget that Mick Foley himself was totally like a JR/Bruce Pritchard guy. Like they were pushing for him hard for a while.
Was Bruce? I know JR was.
Bruce was a fan too, yeah. And it was to the point where they basically were like, Vince, if you don't want him to have his face on TV because you think he's ugly or whatever, just put a mask on him. And it was like, all right. And that's kind of the direction they went in. But I know JR was definitely a fan. And I think he kind of brought Bruce along, but that plays a factor in it too. Because when you're bringing in guys, especially to face The Undertaker, it's almost a foregone conclusion that, okay, they'll be here for 2 months, maybe have a couple more matches on Raw, and then we'll never see him again. So I think Mick Foley got the benefit of the doubt in that case.
Well, and that's what I mean. I mean, I think I don't know how true it is or anything. I feel like I've heard the rumors on podcasts and stuff, but they bring Dustin in, they paint him gold and give him this weird character as almost like a joke at the Rhodes family, just like putting Dusty in polka dots and stuff like that. So I feel like you can look at the two people a little bit differently. Obviously, Dustin's killing it as Goldust.
Well, and I think to some extent though, didn't Dustin kind of want to pave his own way? He didn't want.
I'm sure, yeah. But I feel like there's definitely that narrative out there of Vince did this because fuck the Rhodes.
Yeah, but I mean, each time though they bought into it. It's like Dusty got the polka dots over.
Exactly.
Dustin's getting over the.
Well, exactly, and I agree with that. But
yeah, and I feel like Vince is always looking for guys to prove him wrong in the first place. Right. It's like, here, we're gonna saddle you with this gimmick. You think you're so good, get it over. And then if they do, he's like, oh fuck, push him.
Well, so it's funny. So with Bruce Pritchard, they were talking about Terry Taylor and the Red Rooster. And they were like, yeah, we pitched it to him. And then they're like, we wanted him to be like this top guy. Like, well, he thinks he's better than everybody, but he took it as being a literal rooster. He's like, that's not our fault. That's just how Terry Taylor took it.
Well, they wanted him to be like the cock of the walk or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Interesting.
But
yeah,
I don't
know. He took it as being a rooster.
So I think it's interesting especially when we're bringing in guys that essentially already have a name for themselves in the other, in WCW or wherever they've been, and then they give them this new thing, see where they can take it, and sometimes, like Mankind and Goldust, they fucking kill it, and they're gonna do really well. And obviously, when they bring in some characters like, I don't know, Avatar, Mantar, all that kind of shit.
Right.
That shit flops because it's garbage, and they're not putting it with people who are either not necessarily even well known. I got to get away from saying that, but have a history of good work rate and good, just being an overall good wrestler, a performer.
And we also can't forget that Marc Mero recently debuted.
Yeah, hell yeah, he did.
Quite a bit of stuff has been going on here in recent weeks following WrestleMania 12. Speaking of WrestleMania 12, it's projected that there'll be a slight increase of buy rate over WrestleMania 11. I looked it up, and WrestleMania 12 had a buy rate of 290,000, which I'm not really sure what that is comparable to 11. Let me find out real quick, and that would be 340. So it was this.
Shit. To touch back on the people getting saddled with gimmicks and flopping, I think one of the best examples of the opposite would be a guy like Matt Bourne. Comes in, known as a solid worker, has worked several areas. Maybe not the easiest guy to work with, but regardless, you bring him in and you pitch him a clown gimmick. If you can't get one thing over in pro wrestling, it's going to be a fucking clown gimmick. And for him to come in there and do it how he did, to the point where it's like, fuck, now we have to replace the guy playing Doink because Doink is such a strong character, I think that speaks volumes. So for people to be like, oh, well, Mantar would have been good if he wasn't Mantar, I don't know. I think there's always a way to make something work, as long as you buy into it and you feel like it can make it work. If you're saddled with something and you're like, you feel like, fuck, this sucks, it's going to suck. I don't know, and who knows? The case is probably different in each individual, but I think that's a good example. Goldust, you pitch the character of Goldust, which I guess ambiguous is the best way to describe it, to a guy like Dustin Rhodes who has a family lineage in the wrestling business, and then it like goes over and he carries the gimmick for fucking 35 years. Like, it all comes down to the guy, in my opinion. Same thing for Undertaker. Okay, you're going to be a zombie, essentially. That's your character. You're a zombie. You come back to life all the time. And he's carried that for 35. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad example, but I don't always think that it's necessarily bad gimmicks, and then people just blame that, and it's like, oh, the poor guy. Sometimes I feel like the talent has to do with it quite a bit as well.
I agree.
Absolutely. I think the Doink the Clown one is a good example as well.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Goldust, though, it's another week, and that means that there's been another article published regarding Goldust in his presentation on WWF television. And this time it's from the Connecticut Post. Now, I want to make it very clear what I'm about to read. I don't know if I'm going to use any of the slurs that are put in here, but this was all written from the Observer, copied and pasted, not from me. So I'm probably not going to say the slurs, just for being pleasant to people's ears. The Connecticut Post on March 31st had a lengthy front page feature on the Goldust portrayal and local gay groups' reactions to it. Quote, what they are doing is horrendous, end quote, said Roger Hoover, a member of the Fairfield County gay community. He said, quote, particularly when gay men are being beaten and even murdered in real life, they have this man dressed in drag, showing he's less than a man coming on to other men who then beat him up, end quote. A New York therapist for gays, Joe Fitzgerald, said the betrayal is sending the wrong message to children. He said, quote, these kids view wrestling stars as heroes. This reinforces a number of different inaccurate stereotypes about gay men, that they act like women, whereas most transvestites are straight, that they are in a sexual pursuit of straight men, which is generally not true, and that gay bashing is okay, end quote. WWF spokesperson said that the company had toned down the character, which Meltzer does not agree with, after receiving a fair share of complaining phone calls, and said that the character Goldust portrays is not homosexual, but androgynous, which Meltzer says, which is a nice response, except for all the heat from the character based on sending the idea to the fans that a insert slur is hitting on straight studs, and the studs are going to clean his clock and then be cheered for doing so. So Goldust continuing to get some backlash from various news outlets.
To me, and maybe it's insensitive, but I feel like what those media outlets are doing is just projecting society as a whole onto pro wrestling. Because the issue is with society as a whole in the 1990s. Pro wrestling just happens to be the outlet to which they can point and, kind of shame on you. But realistically, pro wrestling's just bringing it on TV. I mean, that shit's happening all the time out in the world and has been for decades by this point. Literally, AIDS was blamed on gay people. AIDS. So, pro wrestling might not be putting things in the best light. But at the same time, I think society as a whole has a bigger problem with how they treat gay people, as opposed to writing an ambiguous or androgynous character on a phony TV program.
Dallas, you're muted, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I tend to do that often. But what I was going to say is, like you said, it's a TV show. Wrestling is like a movie. It's performance art. It's theater. And people look way too far into it, and they still do today. And I just think that we need to get past that. But I agree. It's definitely like a society thing that is just one of those things that, especially in the 90s, people were, they're projecting more about. I don't know. I feel, we've talked about it multiple times, our feelings on the Goldust character and how people are reacting to it. And I think this is something that we're going to hear more and more about, especially as it gets weirder.
Yeah.
Because I think we all know that this character is going to get very weird.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's only the beginning, and it's something that's going to follow us through the next few years, really.
Well, and I think too, if something like this was to happen on a legitimate soap opera, like a more traditional soap opera, there'd be no discussion about it, because they'd be like,
nothing.
Well, it's obviously a show, and it's like, well, how could you think that professional wrestling isn't a show?
Exactly.
Like Diesel isn't Diesel; he's Kevin Nash. He's
that's what I'm saying, though. The same shit happens today.
Yeah.
Same shit.
I don't know.
It is extreme, but
it's a mixed, I guess, signal. Because in one hand, athletes and sports and professionals, and there is a reality-based presentation that they're trying to convey.
Yeah.
And then they take it when it's convenient, the stance of, oh, well, it's just storyline and characters. You know what I mean? So WWF knows exactly what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. It's getting people talking. And at the end of the day, that's all they care about. That's why the character's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It's working, so it's getting pushed. Whereas if it wasn't working, I'm sure we wouldn't see as much of Goldust as we are. Just for the sake of seeing Goldust. Like, it's working, so they're using it. And again, criticism, positive or negative, people are talking about it. So to me, it's one of those things where people are falling into that trap set by Vince McMahon, and he's loving it. Doesn't matter. You're playing into what he wants you to do, whether you hate it or you love it, or you don't care either way. That's what he wants. He wants you to feel something about it.
Yeah,
so to me, it's like, I feel bad for the people reporting and getting all riled up because you're being played as a mark, because that's what you are. If you can't realize what it is for what it is, despite maybe some mixed signals, you're the exact target audience that Vince McMahon is pushing this content to.
Well, and I think he's eating up the fact that it's getting reactions.
For sure.
Because I don't know the last time a character has generated this type of discussion.
Right. Especially in media outlets.
Yeah, and they're also ignoring the fact that, and I've said this before, he's currently a champion. He has been actively defeating other wrestlers.
He's gotten a very good showing since he debuted.
Yeah, it's not like he's going out there and losing in 45 seconds and
no. And that's the thing. It's like, he could be jobbing the fuck out, and we've talked about this a million times, but he could be jobbing out. People are pointing and laughing at him. It's like he's the court jester of the television show, and it's like all because he's gay. None of that is the case. Whether the media wants to paint it that way or not.
Do you think there was a similar type of reaction to Adrian Adonis?
I think to an extent, but not this extent.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to maybe look it up and see if there's a similar type of reaction.
I think he got away with it a little bit more because it was like the heel thing of, oh, you don't like this? Okay, I'm going to do it more.
And he wasn't dressed up as like a fucking Oscar?
Right. He did a little bit of makeup and had a weird hairdo, but, he was still a wrestler. Wore trunks, came to the ring, had a valet. He was like a wrestler, but he did things that sexually would piss off the faces, and that was the whole point. I don't know. I think it's that cranked up to about a 12.
Right.
In a time where it's a hot buzz topic anyway.
Well, two more things coming out of WrestleMania 12, and it is pertaining to the main event, that Iron Man match between Bret and Shawn, the match that almost imploded IcoPod. Friendships were almost ended.
Yeah.
Originally, Bret Hart and Shawn were going to have 2 falls each and then go into the overtime. Then they changed it to 1 fall each, but then it was changed to 0. So,
who's doing all these changes?
I would imagine like probably Pat Patterson. People putting the match together, I would assume.
I think I would have liked it better if we went in with a tie, because I think then there would have been like some of that action in between.
Well, it was a tie, 0-0.
A tie with falls.
Okay. I agree. The plan coming out of WrestleMania 12 was that they were going to do a ladder match at SummerSlam between Shawn and Bret, with the idea being that Shawn would go over clean in that match. But as you'll remember, Bret Hart is taking a break after WrestleMania, and quite frankly, he said that he's not interested in a quick return just to put Shawn over again. So he's going to take his sweet time when it comes to a return.
We need a Bret break anyway. I mean, the dude's feuded with everybody. He's had the best matches of the year for the last 2 years. It's time.
And he's been a singles guy since the summer of '91. So we're going on almost 5 years of just constantly Bret in the main event.
Right.
So I don't think it would hurt him. House show. Let's go to Frankfurt, Germany. April 12th, 96. The attendance is 6,202 fans. Let's see if we'll go to this one. Germany tends to have some good shows and good crowd interaction. So let's see here. The Bushwhackers teamed up with the Godwins to defeat 1-2-3 Kid, Leif Cassidy, and the WWF Tag Team Champions, the Body Donnas. Justin Bradshaw defeated Duke Drose. Savio Vega defeated Owen Hart by disqualification. Davey Boy Smith pinned Jake Roberts. Hunter Hearst Helmsley pinned Razor Ramon. Ahmed Johnson defeated Isaac Yankem DDS. Bret Hart defeated Steve Austin. The Undertaker defeated WWF Intercontinental Champion Goldust by disqualification. And in the main event, the WWF World Champion Shawn Michaels pinned Diesel.
I'd say I'm saving some airfare that weekend.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm skipping.
Yeah, I think I might skip that one too.
I think I'm going to go.
Motherfucker.
I knew you would.
I think I would.
I don't know.
Shawn Diesel, Bret Austin.
Yeah, those two.
Helmsley Ramon.
Yeah, but what has Austin
Savio
done so
Vega.
far that makes us want to go see him versus like, no, I don't care about that.
It doesn't matter. Steve Austin's fun. He deserves our support.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't remember if we even really know what's going on this episode. April
Usually not.
Remember.
April 15, 1986. I don't remember there being like a video package or anything with Todd Pettengill, who I don't even remember seeing in recent months, but whatever.
Yeah, usually we don't know. We know that In Your House is what, 2 weeks away?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you don't like that, we got 2 words for you. Skip it.
That's right. All right, well, it's that time, though. Let's get into the April 15th, 96 Monday Night Raw. Season 4, Episode 15. Runtime, 49 minutes, 23 seconds. I'm going to count down to 5. When I say play, you're going to hit the play button. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
Jesus Christ. I hate when you do that.
You fucked
Dude,
me
I
up.
keep you on your toes, bro.
I wonder if this is going to pause now that I'm actually streaming it and it isn't downloaded.
Look at this intro with the like scary WWF logo in red.
We saw it last week.
Was it red last week?
Yeah. Yo, tell Peach to shut up, dude.
She probably sees a cat.
We're
Just
getting some.
let her have a cat for once.
No,
Dude, I saw the cat shit in my front yard last night. I took a cup of water and tried to throw it at it.
we're getting shots of Bret Hart backstage at WrestleMania, which was kind of cool. Walking through Gorilla, and then he's in the locker room all pissed off. Drives away all pissed off.
Yeah, well, he almost hit a fucking child in the parking lot when he was driving off there.
Bret cutting a promo here on the streets of Germany. Feel a little bit betrayed, you know? Not in Canada. We're getting our opening here. Boy, what a difference it is to watch on a fucking screen that isn't 2 inches.
I know, man. When I had to do it the last 2 weeks, I was not thrilled.
I don't like that they've kept in the part where Bret Hart gets his face pushed by The Undertaker at ringside. I think that's kind of rude.
No, that was Diesel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't like it. Here comes Al Snow here, guys, or should we call him something else? What's his name here this week?
Leif Cassidy.
Oh, there you go.
Bart Gunn taking on Steve Austin tonight.
That might be good.
That could be good.
When's the last time we saw the guns?
Tonight, Vader.
I know. That's a really good question.
Oh, man, this might be good, too. Savio versus Goldust. Oh, sorry.
What a match.
Marty still has a job. God damn it. Oh, here we go here.
There's Sable. I'm a bad man.
Are they calling her a name? Oh, yeah. She's got a name officially, Sable, here. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, eat your heart out. They say.
Yeah, I like that. I like that line.
Oh, I
This is
want her
interesting. So
necklace.
this is Mero's second match. Technically a part of this taping.
She's got the herringbone chain on, baby. That's ultimate 90s cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know. I haven't soured on Mero yet. I am still hoping that we get something decent out of this Hunter Hearst Helmsley feud.
Remember the guy who's in the way?
Yeah,
Dude,
Say it wasn't
holy
a crowd.
shit. Yeah.
that was great.
What is this, a handicap match? Oh, no, okay. It's a
No, it's
singles
just
match.
yeah, it's just Cassidy against Mero. I'd rather see Jannetty in there personally.
Yeah, that Styles maybe would have been better. Wow, Al Snow with no facial hair is very ugly.
Yeah. He had I liked Al Snow when he was in Smoky Mountain.
Speaking of Al Snow, I've recently been rewatching seasons of Tough Enough just because I've had a lot of plane ride time.
I think I'm
recently.
gonna start doing that too, honestly.
Well, yeah, we talked about that before too. I also need to go back and watch some.
Season 1 and 2 are really good. Season 3's okay. Season 4 is just the $1 Million Challenge where it's like 1 hour long episode, I think, which is what I'm watching now. But I'm really looking forward to the Stone Cold stuff.
What season is it when they start like they're not in the house anymore?
I think it's season 4 where they're on the beach doing like challenges and shit.
Okay.
But season 4 isn't really on Peacock. It's just the 1 hour long episode. So I don't even know if like that kind of just recaps everything or what, but the season OG seasons 1 through 3 are the ones.
Wait a minute. What? Daniel Pewter was that Tough Enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have like that on there?
Well, that's season 4 where again it's just the 1 episode. So I don't know what the deal is with that. It's like a recap episode of the season and they're going through the eliminations, but there's no season 4 on Peacock. You can't
because
watch
you know
it.
what? Wasn't it part of like the shows like Raw and
It
SmackDown?
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was on like
Oh.
SmackDown all the time.
Yeah.
So they're like recapping the segments and they're talking
that's
about
why
it.
it's like that then, yeah.
And then I'm assuming at the end they say who the winner is or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that's what it is. In season 1 through 3, they announced the winner at WWF New York, which is like the whole thing.
Well, here,
Right.
so if you watch SmackDown from October to December of 4,
Yeah.
then you can watch all of that season Tough Enough.
Well, it's weird because I remember watching SmackDown at that time.
Well, yeah. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. SmackDown 04.
Oh, yeah. SmackDown 04 is good.
And it looks like the reason they did it on SmackDown is because Raw had the Diva search. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that's why they split that like that.
Yeah.
Mero just sent the new rockers into each other head first.
Yeah, this has been real basic. A lot of chasing around and stalling and not
Yeah.
a lot of action here.
I want to point out, I feel like clothesline there, I think by Jannetty.
It's like they're working heel.
Yeah, but I was gonna say I feel like Mero isn't really coming across like Johnny B. Bad this time.
No, he's not. His personality has definitely gone stale.
Well, I feel like maybe when he went back after his first match, they were like, "Mark, you're not Johnny."
Hey, we can't get sued, so don't do that again.
Yeah, like, don't do that. We're gonna sue WCW for trying to have Scott Hall be Razor.
Right.
So like, how about you don't do that?
Yeah, don't give him ammo, Johnny.
Yeah.
I just saw recently that he attended DDP's daughter's wedding, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, him and DDP are like really good friends.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oof.
Overhead suplex there by Leaf Cassidy for a 2 count. I don't know if I'd be giving Cassidy so much offense here.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a run-in from Boo Bradley.
What's Santa Claus doing here?
Yeah.
It's a close. They just said that they're going to be talking with Vader later on tonight, so that should be interesting.
What is he gonna have to say?
Who knows? It's time! I'm a fat piece of shit! And then they'll be like, okay, thank you, Vader.
He's going to say, you want to see fake? I'll show you fake. And then he can't be shown on TV for 3 months.
Oh, a somersault dive by Cassidy as we came back from commercial. He basically just did Marc Mero's finishing move.
Yeah. This is getting a lot of time here, guys.
Sure does feel like it. Jannetty is pummeling Mero with right hands, and Sable's just pointing, saying, get over there. Come on, Jack Doan.
I can't say that either guy's very dynamic. I mean, Leaf Cassidy's sure trying, but I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, Cassidy's like trying like with a personality here for being a 70s rocker.
Trying way too hard.
Yeah, but I feel like as if he's portraying it as if Leaf Cassidy knows it's like phony.
Right.
But like Mero isn't really portraying anything.
If I was him, I would have stayed as Avatar compared to this shit.
What is he doing? A head scissors. He was using his hands to get a rotation on that. That was weird. Oh, and there's his little somersault dive to the floor by Marc Mero, the wild man.
I like that he basically sits on people's necks when he does that.
Yeah.
Fucking compact fractures their neck.
Yeah, he like sits right on the back of their neck.
Oh, Cassidy counters.
Ooh.
Boots him in the face.
They're working
Big.
hard. In the
I mean,
last
I would
couple
say
of minutes
I
of
would
this
say
match.
it's been okay.
Oh, the
Certainly
beginning was terrible.
not. Oh, all right. Mero just won with a top rope sunset flip.
Really?
Okay.
I thought that was a 2.
Now he got him.
Well, the crowd popped huge, as if he just won the title.
I don't know why his finishing move is a top rope sunset flip.
Yeah, it's not very impactful.
No.
I don't get the peace
You're
signs
hurting
around
yourself.
the eyes thing.
You're hurting yourself more than
No, yeah, I mean,
you're doing.
it looked kind of cool, but that's about it.
Back on March 17th, Madison Square Garden, Diesel was like, fuck you, Sean. Hit him with a chair from behind. We're getting fan cam footage. Well, not really a fan. It's probably some production assistant guy, but whatever.
Does anybody really care about the Shawn Diesel feud?
No,
I don't know why Diesel's getting this opportunity. He lost at WrestleMania. I would have thought Vader, who won, would be in this spot, not a guy that lost at the show.
And like he's leaving and they're spotlighting him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to milk as much as you can out of Diesel, so having him, job out to Sean would probably be ideal.
I don't know. I wouldn't put his ass on TV. Oh,
They're saying that Mr. Perfect's like his cohort. That's right.
I like the pairing of Diesel and Mr. Perfect.
It's interesting.
I think it's a kind of a fun pairing. I forgot that happened.
I wonder if he's going to be in his corner.
Hopefully. Or else that'd be a waste. How many times have we seen that? Sean laid out with the belt. So many times. Here we go.
Here comes Bart.
Somebody we haven't seen so many times. Bart Gunn. He's kissing somebody's hand there.
What was that? That was probably me. Remember when he slapped my hand in your house, number 1? That was probably me.
At least he's got short hair now.
And he doesn't have a mustache or nothing.
Right. Oh, they gotta update the promo pic, dude.
Yeah. This is false advertising.
Wow, that's definitely a more recent one.
Bret Hart walking alone on a path. Man, this isn't Canada, is it?
They need to have like Savage Garden playing right now. I wanna lay with you on a
I'm hurt that Sean wouldn't shake my hand after the match. Fuck Brett crying. Let's go right to Sunny here at the beach.
Yeah. You want to hear Brett whining? Well, here's some tits, so fuck that guy.
Steve Austin's so fucking awkward, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he's trying to be like a ringmaster guy.
He just sticks out like a sore fucking thumb.
This past weekend, Superstars.
Oh, who's the masked man, dude? Quang?
The Caribbean Kid, I believe. And if you couldn't guess who the Caribbean Kid is, well,
Quang?
Here we go. It's Quang.
He threw the mask at him.
Savio Vega.
Hello, my name's the Ringmaster.
No longer. I'm the $1 million champion. If you're looking for a loan, well, fuck off, because the interest rate is going to be 47%.
Here we go. Bart Gunn getting a singles match here for absolutely no fucking reason.
You want a loan for 20 grand? Well, at the end of it, you'll be paying me 150 grand. And that's the bottom line. Cause so go, so. That's, you know what? That should have been IRS's gimmick. He should have been giving people loans.
Like a loan shark?
Yeah. That should be a gimmick in like 93. Like instead of Repo Man repossessing, he'd be like, hey, Damien Demento, you said here's like $2,000. You said you need it. And then like we'll forget about it for 3 months. And then Demento's wrestling and Repo Man would just come out and attack him with a hook and be like, you never fucking paid me back.
Yeah, that $2,000 turned into 20. So
and yeah, like you could do vignettes of Damien Demento trying to figure out it's like the APR. Like, wait, what? How did this happen?
He's at the bank.
Irwin, talk to me. What did I do? What happened?
Waylon Mercy's in line. He's got a check in his hand that bounced. He's like, I don't know, man. Just don't know. You guys are working fast and furious here.
Cross body by Bart. One, no. Go to the headlock. Maybe
They're
he's
matching
moving
up pretty
faster without the mustache.
Yeah, a little bit more aerodynamic. He's got the Todd haircut a little bit, though.
He does. What if Todd Pettengill came out and was like, Bart, I just did Ancestry and we're brothers.
That is Todd Pettengill. Fuck that.
Well, yeah, screw this guy.
Have you ever seen him in the same room at the same time?
No, never. So. He's never interviewed him because
exactly. So
fuck it. You know, that's our new thing. It's Todd. Bart Gunn is the new Todd Pettengill.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care anymore. Come on, Todd.
Holy shit.
Oh, he's got thrown over the top rope.
Fucking launched him.
Yeah.
Are they still using the WrestleMania gold guardrails or what?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Look at how far away that front row is. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Stone Cold beating on Todd Pettengill here with stomps on the floor.
He's such a boring looking fucking guy. It's black knee pads, black boots, black trunks, black wrist tape, black elbow pad. What the fuck? Bald.
Every time he kicks Todd, he's probably going like, I hate Livewire. WWF Mania should have been canceled. You suck.
Nobody counts me down.
Nobody ever asks my email questions.
I like when JR gets all pissed off on Livewire.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that video. It's like, hey, we got Charles from Missouri. Charles, what's going on? And then Charles like, hey, all right, Charles, well, your connection's horrible, so don't fucking call again.
You got to be ready, folks. You got to be ready, or we're going to go to the next person.
I know we're live, and you're starstruck, but you're 42, so you should probably be ready.
Dude, that's what he would do.
That's what he says. One of my favorite ones is when Paul Heyman calls in, and they're like, Paul from Connecticut, what's going on? He's like, hey, how come your show sucks? They're like, ECW, yeah. Raven tonight at the Meadowlands or whatever. Let's do it.
I like when the WCW fans call in and they're asking about like Hogan and stuff. And JR is just like, Oh, well,
yeah.
we're focusing on a youth movement, so not the dinosaurs. See you later.
Yeah. Like,
I love
somebody,
those.
somebody calls in, they're like, "Hey, JR, do you think Randy Savage is going to be at Survivor Series or what?"
Yeah,
And then JR is just like, "We're not worried about that. We got a young core here." And then I would like the next caller should have been like, "You guys had King Kong Bundy like 6 months ago. Like, what are you talking about?"
Well, hey, and Piper was here, and
Piper was
What
so
else?
many guys. So
like
many guys.
Jimmy
George
Snuka's on.
Steele.
You guys are promoting Jimmy Snuka. Like, hello, that guy's
Yeah.
way
So
older.
many guys. We're in a seated headlock here.
Dale,
Steve
so
Austin has
You were away for a bit. They're probably dealing with your damn dog. But we've decided that Bart Gunn is the new Todd Pettengill.
really,
Yeah, so we're not
I
going
mean,
to
take a
address him as
look.
Bart. I mean, if you look at the guy, it's Todd Pettengill.
I gotta get a good look at his face. But did you see the smoke? The smoke up in the rafter.
Stone Cold just did a Spanish fly over the top rope to the floor.
And was like spinning around as if he was going to sell against the guardrail and then didn't sell against the guardrail.
He basically is Todd Pettengill. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Are the Smoking Guns together for much longer or what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay. I wondered if maybe he's a slow transition here into a new look or something.
No, I have an update for next week, but Billy's been out with a neck injury.
Oh, okay.
Ted DiBiase's at ringside. Still kicking in 2021, mind you.
He sure is.
He's part of my favorite video of recent years when Lacey Von Erich was like, "Hey, Ted, what's going on? Remember when you killed my dad? Okay, bye." He's just like, "What? What the hell?
Jesus.
You're part of the company that murdered my dad. Okay, see you later. Let's go see Madison Rain now." He's like, "What? Come on, Todd." Now, all of our IcoPod listeners, if you ever leave a comment regarding the Smoking Guns, remember, it's going to be Billy and Todd. We're not talking about Bart anymore.
I mean, come on. How can you not?
I'm driving this home. Okay. No more Bart.
These guys are having a slugfest here.
Yeah. Todd showcasing his agility there with a nice standing dropkick.
Ooh.
Back for that.
What are we going to get, a DQ finish or some bullshit?
Oh, he's punching him, man.
It's close fest, dude.
Bulldog. What is this guy? Is he Dustin Rhodes? He's got to go for the cover.
That sucked.
1, 2, come on.
Better
Oh,
fucking
Todd
kick
almost
out.
got a huge win in his singles debut, but he couldn't quite pull it off.
Better kick out.
He's going after the $1 Million Man. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to the top rope. What the?
Damn.
I
He
thought
couldn't
Todd was
quite
about
make
to do
it to
a
the top.
rope springboard moonsault. What the hell was that?
Yeah, he couldn't quite make it, so he had to do it off the second rope. Ooh.
Oh, Todd tripped him. Now Austin just did his favorite, Dallas's favorite move, where he splashes him over the middle.
I really want some good waffles.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I make these really good banana oat waffles.
We have a Waffle House that's within walking distance of our condo.
Like an actual Waffle House?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the whole staff got shot, and they had to close the building down and rebuild it.
What?
Well, yeah, there was like a gang fight there, and like half the staff got shot.
Oh my God.
So they tore the Waffle House down and rebuilt it. And there's a sign outside that says "Now hiring."
Oh my god!
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it ain't good.
Qualifications, being able to know, like, be able to take a bullet potentially.
It ain't good, dude.
I've never been to an actual Waffle House. I'd like to try.
I've been begging Katie to go, and she says no, that it's ghetto. We're not going.
I thought you were gonna say you've never been to a gang fight. I was gonna be like, I hope not.
Well, that too, I guess, but
I've been dying to go to Waffle House because I know Tajiri likes Waffle House.
a lot of wrestlers do. It's like a big wrestling thing.
So if
Yeah,
he
it is.
likes it, I need to go. Oh, we just the finish was a fucking sleeper hold.
The $1 Million Dream, dude.
Yeah, well, that was a $1 million fucking nightmare right there.
I mean, that was actually not a bad match.
It was a boring ass finish.
I know I missed parts of it, but at least it looked pretty high energy for the parts
It was
seeing
and
there.
they
So.
kept a pretty decent pace.
Steve Austin does not need to be holding the $1 million fucking championship.
No.
Well, you can tell it's just a prop. Like, here, hold this.
It's an afterthought. It's like, I don't even want this. He doesn't even hold it to the camera. He just looks at the camera.
What is with all these, like, so Marc Mero and Steve Austin are both, like, obsessed with their eyes.
Yeah.
Wild
Mero's
man.
like, look, I'm
Stone
crazy.
Cold.
And then Steve Austin's like, I don't blink.
Right.
No holds barred. Diesel Sean.
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Big cool daddy.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Now,
WWF Championship.
April 28th.
good friends, better enemies.
Better enemies. No
What a
holds
shit
barred
title.
on Diesel. What? Vader without elbow pads. This is weird.
Vader's looking fat, dude.
Does Vader ever not look fat, though?
I don't know. He's looking significantly fat. I like the Velcro in his mask is all fucked up in the back.
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that too.
Diesel, do we know or think
Oh.
that he's given his notice at this point?
He has.
Yeah.
So are they just doing the storyline to have Sean go over him on his way out, essentially?
That's what Bob said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To whereas
Yeah,
I said
Diesel-
I wouldn't have had him on TV.
Diesel gave his notice right after In Your House.
That's what I thought I remember hearing that.
Yeah. At that Raw, the Raw after, he was like, I'm leaving. And they're like, okay, well, you're still wrestling Undertaker, so we don't know what to tell you.
Cornette cutting a promo for his man Vader here. Getting recaps of when Yokozuna basically was disemboweled on live TV.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
Well, his leg was.
Forklift.
You'd think with all that extra padding, that wouldn't hurt.
Yokozuna's leg looks like a turkey drum.
Yeah. Did you see that Ultimate Warrior shirt?
Yeah.
Fuck. Vader's hitting the ropes.
What if he just ran into Cornette, like body splashed him there?
Well, Vince was giving him a wicked dirty look.
Shut up, Cornette. So it sounds like Vader's wrestling Razor Ramon.
That's random.
Well, that's got to be the same thing going on,
Yeah,
though.
the same idea. Like they're both gonna get jobbed out.
Although that seems more like a fuck you to Razor than Diesel putting over his
Oh
buddy. Sean.
yeah.
Razor Ramon's getting the fuck you treatment on the way out for sure.
You got to think, if you're Vince McMahon and you're like, I made these guys stars. They were fucking nobodies when they came here. And now they're taking my hard work and like cashing in on it. I'd be pissed too.
Well, he doesn't want to pay him though.
No, he just can't raise them any higher.
No, you couldn't pay him. They were like, listen, dude.
They were like, match the offer from WCW and we won't leave. But it was
I
like,
don't even know
okay.
if it was like that. They just wanted it. Like their guarantee was $150 a night. Per appearance.
That's
I
a
feel
lot.
like Scott
I mean,
Hall
not a
has
lot.
said if Vince would have matched the money, he would have stayed. He begged him.
He
to match.
wanted a higher guarantee.
Yeah,
But they
that's
were
good.
doing the guarantee shit.
WWF did not give guarantees.
No. Brian
They started
Pillman was the
giving
first
guarantees.
guaranteed contract.
No, Mero was.
Mero was.
That makes
Because
sense.
Mick Foley has gone in his book was like pissed that Mero was making more money than him
Right.
as a guarantee.
Sunny days.
Speaking of Sunny, she
Well-
said that she's focusing on her OnlyFans, but she's going to get into real estate.
Oh,
So
okay.
Well,
good
you
for
know,
her.
a lot of the pornos is like real phony real estate agent.
well, that's what I was gonna post it on Facebook. Like I saw like an article and I was like, well, she does know. that there's a cross promotion there, right? Because there's videos.
Right.
I don't know if I knew that.
But I have family members on Facebook, and they would see me comment that, and they'd probably be like, "Oh, well, we know what Bob's into, so that's weird."
This looks like Miami Beach, maybe.
I'll do whatever you want to sell this house. I need to sell it.
So Lawler made a comment. You can talk about Sable all you want, but then they transitioned into the Sunny thing, which is a kind of a funny shot at Sable, who's like brand new in the company. But hey, fuck you, because the hot girl in town is Sunny. Just so you're aware of that.
Yeah, I love how we just got a close up of Sunny's butthole. That was fun.
This is very extended here.
I'm extended too.
But
it's kind of the same thing over and over again.
But like, what is the point? Sunny is literally like a C manager,
right?
But they're like, hey, just so you guys know, she's like pretty hot.
She's like, hot.
Oh, yeah, but like, okay, then do something else with her. Have her do interviews or something so we see her more then.
No, the ring girl, like they used to do the ring girls in the beginning.
But do you know what I mean? Like, do something else besides manage the body Donnas.
Maybe this is their way of like starting to elevate her.
I don't like it.
Well, I think that is the point, Bob. But it just is weird.
Right.
I don't like it.
I think they. I mean, I like the video package, but I think they should do something else with her then.
I think they should put her in Muda makeup.
Oh.
I think we need to send our dick pics to her and see which one of us has the best dick according to Sunny.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
Maybe
of course Bob would want to do it.
Well, yeah, but maybe it's ugly. Just because it's a third leg doesn't mean it looks good.
Yeah, it could look like an alien
trunk. Well, that's what I'm getting at.
No, it looks like an elephant trunk that's been soaked in water for 4 hours.
Oh. It's probably purple.
It's all wrinkly and like gray.
Gray.
Speaking of third legs, here comes Goldust here.
Talk about like an outfit that's very distracting. This guy goes down to almost his kneecap. You no wonder why Marlena was all about it.
You can also usually see his scrotum, which is bizarre.
Yes,
here's Warrior dealing with one of his favorite people from last.
Listen, freak show. I heard you didn't buy any of the comic books. So if it's up to me, you're going down just like HHH. You're dropping in 12 seconds.
Your tuition to Warrior University has been denied.
Oh wait. Did Vince just say that they're fighting it in your house or no? Did I miss that?
Why isn't Razor jobbing a Goldust?
Oh no, they definitely are, because he just said, "Is it going to be a non-title match between?"
No, okay. So Goldust and Warrior at In Your House. That's fucking weird.
Oh boy. Man.
I'd be having going back to that storyline, and I'd be having Razor job out to Goldust.
I agree with that too, but
he didn't want to even do it. Well, I guess maybe you're saying
Warrior doesn't either.
A more embarrassing thing. Warrior's not about to lose to Goldust. Are you kidding me?
No, but he doesn't want to be in the feud either. I'm sure that's blatantly obvious.
If they're teasing a non-title match, Warrior is 100% going over. I can't see them giving Warrior their Intercontinental title right now.
No.
So I do think it's going to end up being non-title, which is like sort of silly, but like that's just booking themselves into a corner at that point.
Well, they can't count on fucking Warrior.
I agree. I mean, I understand that.
He might not show up the following week.
I'll be surprised if he shows up at In Your House.
Yeah.
Give Savio the belt, you cowards.
He should have won it months ago. He threw it to the ref. There you go. Enjoy.
If I were to get that belt, I'd get like some Clorox wipes and wipe it down.
Yeah, they just spray painted the leather. Did you see how shitty it looked in the back?
Yeah.
Well, when did they do that?
I don't know.
It hasn't been like that, has it? I guess it has been for a little bit, right?
A little while.
Well,
my god.
Oh, geez.
Oh my god.
The tongue almost hit him.
Yeah.
Well, Conrad Thompson has that belt, and it's funny because basically all the gold paint has come off,
Oh,
but you
wow.
can see like the remnants of it. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I have the Goldust action figure with that belt.
And how much did you pay for that action figure?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's a ringside exclusive, though. So
No, that's cool. That's cool.
one of 1,000.
I'd like to peel Conrad Thompson's skin off with a potato peeler.
What?
Yeah.
I want to know why nobody. How come people don't call out Conrad for taking a picture of Lana's skirt in 2013?
I'm sure you did, but you're probably blocked on Twitter by him.
I'm not blind.
Conrad answers Bob's questions all the time on Twitter.
Oh.
On the podcast.
I think you should ask that one next.
Well, if I do that, then I'll get blocked.
Right.
And then he won't ask my questions. It's a very love-hate relationship with Conrad.
I don't like Conrad Thompson.
I don't like Conrad, but I like the people he talks to.
I used to listen to the shows a lot, but it's been a while because I just can't stand him.
You gotta listen to the Jerry one. I'm telling you. Although I didn't listen to SummerSlam '99.
It was okay.
I didn't really care. What's the one this week? Do we know?
I don't. Jarrett's like WWF stuff doesn't really interest me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't listen to it. What do you know? What this week's is or what?
I don't remember.
Goldust has made his way all the way to the top of the aisleway here. The ref is not counting him out, though.
Okay.
No, he's coming back down.
Boxers are briefs, and they say, no, that's a secret. And then they said Victoria's Secret.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
whoa.
Close-up of a butthole. What the hell's up with the close-ups of the buttholes and taint? Side boob here from Marlena.
Okay.
Get him, Savio. Wait, shoot. I just said get him, Savio. That means I'm probably endorsing gay bashing here. Damn it.
Oof.
Side slam. He slipped out of his hands, though, it looked like.
These guys are pretty well matched.
Get him, Savio. Savio looking thick.
Every
The
time I
Oompa
count
Loompa.
Savio out to have a shitty match, he ends up having a decent little match.
Yeah. Remember when he had a lot of buzz coming out of King of the Ring 95 and now it's like nothing?
Oh, wait, he still works here? As he slaps Goldust in the ass?
Yeah, he gave him a little Goldust love tap there. These guys getting some time here, too. Going to commercial again. I think I'm 5 seconds ahead of you guys. I don't know.
I mean, you might be I think both of you are at least a second ahead of me. I'm at 35 minutes and 13 seconds.
Savio just did a hip thrust. Now he's stomping on gold.
Yeah, I see the stomps here.
Is it me or does Savio Vega remind you of our buddy Mike?
No, that's insulting.
I think that is an insult to Savio, but I see what you're getting at.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Marlena reminds me of Savannah.
What? You better get your fucking prescription checked, pal.
Oh man.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Savio getting the Irish whip here, coming back. Goldust hits him with his ass. The rear view.
Guys are haters.
I can't wait to watch Goldust and Ultimate Warrior have a match in your house. What the fuck?
Dude, don't be a fucking hater, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm pretty much tuning out of this match. I mean,
It hasn't been bad, though.
why are we getting this long of a fucking Goldust Savio Vega match?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's because it's the next program after Warrior.
Savio about to be champ, dude.
Bullshit.
It is.
Guys, I've lost 2 Twitter followers in the last day, and I'm real sad about it.
What are you doing wrong?
I don't know.
What are you posting?
I've been really retweeting the wrestling stuff, and I have a very big James Bond following on Twitter. So maybe they're seeing it. They're like, "Wow, this kid's a fucking loser."
I don't know. My shit fluctuates like up and down 1 and 2. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But like it literally always changes down and up and down and up. Goldust is on the mic right now, yelling at fans and shit.
And they were going nuts.
I have like 700 followers, but I'm pretty sure it's only like 20 people that talk to me.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I don't even have that many that talk to me, I don't think.
I only have like 230 followers or some shit like that.
I don't even have that much.
Yeah.
But I'm not on my personal Twitter. I'm not super active.
No, you never do anything.
I'm a scroller. Once in a while, I'll post something that's like sort of funny, like myself. But like I'm way more active on.
Dallas.
I try to win contests a lot.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, all you post is giveaways, and you fucking tag me in them.
I do tag you in a lot of giveaways.
Yeah, like on Instagram, I'll be like, "Cool, someone messaged me or something." No, it's just Dallas trying to win a fucking.
I only know a couple people to tag.
You're slapping them.
By default, you guys are 2 people I have to tag. If Austin was on Instagram, he'd be getting tagged.
I don't do that bullshit.
I thought Goldust was about to take a dump on his chest, but then
I only did Twitter in like the last year.
Well, officially.
Officially, yeah. You've had about 7 burner accounts.
It's all right.
So, like, you've done Twitter. You just haven't done Twitter as Austin Skinner.
That's all right.
Goldust
is doing something in his drawers there.
I don't really post on Twitter at all.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Oh. I logged on to wrestling recaps for the first time in a couple months yesterday.
Oh, how'd that go?
I found out that they've actually put WCCW back on Peacock, so I might start doing that again.
I got some big stuff coming to WrestlingRecaps.com soon. Just don't spoil it, Bob. It's coming soon.
Yeah, but he's not going to do it.
Yes, I am.
No, whatever it is, he probably won't do it. So, we're literally taking a look at Goldust's taint there.
Yeah, he's spanking him.
That's a
well,
good
speaking
thing.
of WrestlingRecaps.com, though, I've gotten a lot better about publishing stuff.
Yeah, you have.
So, almost every day, I have stuff lined up till about middle of October, and I still have 134 to get ready. So.
Well, when Bob catches up, my shit's gonna start, and it's gonna the views are gonna flood in.
When Bob catches up.
What I've said is, once I get all that stuff published, whenever I write a review, I'm just going to immediately publish it instead of store it in my drafts. And I have literally stuff in there for that I haven't published that I wrote 4 years ago.
Bob.
God.
Yeah.
Your opinion has probably changed since then.
Probably. I was looking at posts. It was like, oh, yeah, dude, you wrote this in July of 2018. It's like, well, why the fuck haven't I posted it?
Good Lord.
I just recently found a post on Bob's website because I was looking at some TNA stuff for some posts I was doing. And Bob writes a comment, and I'm going to call him out on our show about this too, but he's like, yeah, I don't really care for Jerry Lynn very much. And I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, there's a post where it's like, you wrote like, I don't really care for Lynn very much.
Maybe at that point.
That probably was what it meant, but like I was like, oh, and like the room, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's probably at that point. Like they
but
probably
who cares, dude?
hooked them into oblivion.
Guys, we're going to another commercial here.
Is this shit about to close Raw?
Left on the show.
We have about 9 minutes left, so there's no way this closes Raw. But
Superstar line.
I mean, if it were to, that would be like a 20-minute match. I feel like.
What do the British Bulldog and Magic Johnson have in common? Is it AIDS? Hit option 6.
Feline AIDS.
Oh. He must be 18 years of age, or you know what, Boomer
They
Schumer.
both had sex with Diana.
With who?
Diana.
Oh my.
Nah, Brett did.
That's his sister.
Oh, okay.
Well, she cares a lot about him.
Oh no, Earl just got ran over.
Oh.
Ref bomb.
Shit.
Dirty finish. Great.
Come here,
Marlena's
honey.
like,
Come
that's
here,
my
honey.
cue. Let me grab Fink's deck, and then I'm gonna send the belt in there.
She's like, here, use this.
Wait, she's grabbing the belt as Tim White's running down, which is kind of funny because...
Wait, he didn't even use it.
Not yet. Oh, he didn't pick it up, and he got super good.
Savant kick.
She's like, here, try and
Oh,
use
now
it
he has
again.
it.
Shades of Shawn Michaels.
Use it again, Dustin. Hey,
I wonder if Marlena like Mr. Q or something she did.
He got kicked again. Damn it! Oh, they're gonna catch him with the belt and screw him.
He's gonna Eddie Guerrero himself.
Wait, Tim
White is looking right at the thing.
He noticed.
Man, fuck this dude. Pin him.
They threw it right at the fan.
Pin him. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Savio. Wait, Tim White tried to break it up like it was a
He's
tag.
like, oh hell no.
Savio, you cheated, dude. You cheated.
Even Vince is yelling, new Intercontinental Champion, not questioning that Tim White's in the ring, being like, no, guys, no.
Earl's like, listen, I have a concussion. He won. I don't care. Quang did it. Quang won.
The finish was okay. It picked up pace a little bit.
Wait, are they actually giving him the belt or what here?
I don't know. Fans are going nuts.
I'll tell you what, though.
Tim White's gonna be like, look at the big screen.
But I'll tell you what, if they give it to him, they're not going to, it looks like. But if they did, it would make sense.
Oh, boy.
Gorilla.
He calls himself the gorilla, yet he haws like a jackass. Here he is.
Savio's like, I should have won this a year ago. Better late than never.
Well, let me tell you something, ref.
Gorilla talking to Fink, and then Fink's like, what are we doing, Gorilla? And he's like, that's a really large banana. And they'd be like, no, that's the Intercontinental Championship. It's just yellow now.
Has Fink had no teeth his entire career or what?
He has teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed by Gorilla Monsoon that I have been fired. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship is returning to Goldust.
Wait. He's stripping Goldust of the title.
Why? What did Goldust do to get stripped for that?
It's so he can lose to Warrior at the pay-per-view.
Wait, what?
It's gotta be. It
was a non-title match anyway.
Wait.
It's vacant. They're vacating the title.
Goldust didn't do anything wrong. He got hit with the belt.
I like that he was kicking his feet.
Oh, next week there's a rematch. So they're taking away the vacating the title for 1 week for no reason.
That's dumb. Goldust got stripped of the title for getting hit with the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit for that.
What? That's like somebody walking down the street getting hit by a car and then the police taking their license away. And not the person who's driving the car.
Vince is all for it.
Oh, Mankind's going to be here next week.
He better be.
The Godwins in tag team action. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, we got a pretty decent card looking next week. Vader's in action, Mankind's in action, Godwin's. And this rematch. Okay.
Savio, put the belt on Savio.
Oh wait, never before seen footage. Let's go.
I like this. I wonder if it was as boring as the match was.
Wrestling without shadows.
Oh, he kissed the entrance as if he will never walk through it again.
There's Bruce. Good job, brother.
Ray Rougeau's there. Like,
hey, he's drinking a Sprite.
Get out of here. I said, get out of here.
Get out.
I'm Canadian. You degenerate.
Had enough time to put a hat on, not a shirt.
Well, you were telling me Brett left shirtless without showering, covered in sweat.
Get out of my way.
JJ Dillon, get my fucking shit in the trunk, you motherfucker.
Shut the camera off.
Watch this, Ray. He's about to hit a kid. Look at that kid right there. Dead. Murdered.
You know, walking down the streets, I'm sad. Fucking Sean.
I want to lay with you.
You know, he pretty much gave me a stroke and didn't really appreciate that very much.
You know, so I was hanging out with Sonny, and I got syphilis. And that fucking Shawn Michaels, that piece of shit. I know it's him. I saw,
and I don't
she
know,
was getting out of the janitor's closet, and Shawn Michaels was in there.
I'm on the dock waiting for my cruise ship. Supposed to have dinner and a cruise here in a minute, and I got to talk about Shawn Michaels. Brad comes off as such a pussy with this shit.
Well, he's kind of a whiner.
When it, I don't know,
Like, you didn't beat me, but then, like, Real's like, you gotta wrestle. And it's like, why, dude? Like, I did it for an hour. And I know in, like, Canadian terms, like, an hour is really, like, 55 minutes, but, like, what the hell, dude? And, like, 300, like, I get paid $300,000. And if you go to Canada, the exchange rate, I'm really getting paid $175. So, this is bullshit. Like, I have to move to America. And that's really pissing me off. Who wants to live?
He's blaming his loss on the 2 or 3 minutes it took to restart the match.
Yeah. He's like, Tony Chimmel took forever to fucking tell me the match was restarted. I turn around and then Shawn Michaels super kicks my face off.
I'd like to make it very clear that I'm not somebody that's greedy for money, except when...
what is he talking about? Somebody was throwing money around?
Except when the money is right, and then I will take the deal.
You see, in November of 97, what's going to happen?
He's not greedy for money, man.
Is I'm going to spell out WCW. I'm going to go there. And within about 72 hours, my career will fucking plummet. So.
Gonna plummet.
It's going to suck real bad. Like, I'm going to be like the hottest commodity. It's going to be like November. This is what's going to happen, Vince. All right, November 10th at about 8 p.m. I'm going to be the fucking hottest commodity. And I'm going to go to the WCW. And by about 8:45, my career's over because they don't know what to fucking do with me. But I'm gonna be U.S. champ. I'm gonna be DDP and like Luger. I'll never get that match with Hogan because he's so afraid of me.
Brett's gear even gets shittier.
Goldberg's gonna fucking kill me, and that's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna have a stroke. And then my career's over, and then like I'll come back here and like we'll cry, and that's not till 2010. And I'm gonna hit you with a chair 87 times at WrestleMania, and I'm gonna beat you. And then that Hunter guy, he's gonna be banging your daughter, and I'm gonna talk mad shit about him to all the dirt sheets.
Bret Hart's gear even gets shittier in WCW.
Yeah, it does.
He like doesn't have the cool glasses. He's got a shittier coat. He's just mailing it in.
I like when he's in WCW and he just comes out and like Gene will interview him and like, Brett, what are you up to? And he's like, I don't fucking know, Gene. Am I a good guy today or what? I don't know.
They didn't tell me, so I'm just out here.
I'm turning on this guy. I'm turning on that guy. I don't fucking know, dude.
They were like, Brett, go out there and talk. And I said, damn it, I'm Canadian. I'll do it.
Yeah, it ain't good, needless to say.
All right, well, what do we think of this episode?
I didn't think it was that bad, but...
The action wasn't terrible. I'll tell you, I didn't really... I don't know. There was some staleness to it, though. Right now, for me, I'm not really interested in Steve Austin, which is kind of sucks to say because... He has that aggression, and he has that style that I kind of like, the wildness of it all. Like the brawler feel, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not super hot on him. I thought that he and Bart Gunn worked well together, which was weird. Not a fan of the New Rockers whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
No interest in either guy. Savio and Goldust had a decent little match. I mean, yeah, it started out kind of boring and probably didn't need to be as long as it did, but that was decent. The rematch with a vacated title next week, I think that's just a lame gimmick to get people to tune in next week. So I don't like that.
The vacating part especially is like the bad part.
Yeah. As far as a feud with Brett or a feud with Shawn and Diesel, like I said earlier, fucking yawn. That shit's staler than fucking 3-week-old bread at this point. And Brett being displayed as a crybaby or presented as a crybaby, I don't really like, because that's not really the character he's had up until now. He's been the fighting champion, like the underdog guy, besting the odds. And now all of a sudden he's like a poor sport, which kind of sucks. I don't expect to see a lot of Brett moving forward, which, as we discussed in the beginning, I think will be a good thing. I think we need a break from Bret Hart. But for him to kind of go out on a sour note, I think is an interesting choice.
Do you think he comes back as a heel?
I think he has to.
Yeah, I sort of do too. I think it only makes sense. How can you have face Brett and potentially face Shawn Michaels fight again? Like I don't know.
Yeah, and look how that worked out. I mean, they got painted into a corner and had to do a fucking Iron Man match.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't see Bret Hart being a strong heel, because again, he's like been the hero for the last 10 years. Well, at least the last 6 or so. I don't know. I'm not really warming up to the idea.
Well, I think I enjoyed this show more than I was anticipating.
No, I think so too. But I mean, I agree with everything Austin said.
Yeah.
Do we care about Vader? We don't care about Vader.
No, I hate to say it. I don't know. I haven't cared about that dude since they were like, oh, by the way, he's going to be in the Rumble. I was like, okay, fucking wow, way to ruin that announcement. And like,
right.
Yeah.
You should have just been a surprise instead of like showing a vignette of him in the desert.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that from the beginning, and like I haven't really enjoyed it since. So to me, like Vader and WWF, I have zero interest in, and I've said before, I'm not really a big Vader fan, but like at least the WCW bonus shows that we watched where he was in like main events and stuff, like there was some interest in that. Like I don't have any interest in seeing him in the WWF.
Well, I think that has a part to play in the WWF's hands, because I don't think they have much interest in promoting Vader. I think it was like a nice little gimmick for the Rumble, and then they're like, fuck, we're stuck with this guy. Yeah. We don't really want to use him. So here you go. Here he is. What's he doing? I don't know. Who cares?
Who do we think is going to be Intercontinental Champion coming out next week?
I think realistically, it's just going to stay Goldust. I think Savio. I think he should have been it already, probably at some point. But like, I don't think it. Like, it just seems too random. The only thing I could see is kind of what I was saying earlier during that is giving it to Savio so that they don't have Goldust lose as Intercontinental Champion to Ultimate Warrior. But if they do take it off of Goldust for that reason, he will be winning it back very soon after. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But I would put it on Savio.
Long-term wise, here's what I would do. I'd have Savio take it. I'd move Goldust into a program after Warrior with maybe another like main event type of talent. Following that, I'd have Goldust take an interest in Shawn Michaels, who is the ultimate sexy boy. Maybe leading into a championship opportunity.
I like that.
And then for the IC title, you go Savio, Steve Austin, because those two have been having issues. You have Ted get involved and say, hey, wait a minute. The IC belt isn't as important as the $1 Million Championship, so I don't like what you're doing. Steve Austin dumps him on his neck and says, take your belt and fuck off with it. And Savio and Steve Austin work a program till about, we'll say SummerSlam. And he takes it at SummerSlam.
Look at you fancy booking.
That's the way I'm doing it.
Would you do Goldust and Shawn at SummerSlam?
Yeah. I think that'd be enough time.
I think that'd be good too.
To Goldust to get another little feud in and maybe build him up a little bit more before he takes an interest into the sexy boy, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. All right, you guys got anything else for this episode or what?
No.
I think we covered it all, man. I don't know. Middle of the road episode for me. I am looking forward to next week. Next week's show seems to be fucking stacked.
I think so too.
So-
And for a tape show, like, this is refreshing that these tape shows so far, knock on wood, are better than the recent versions of tape shows that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and next week is the go home show to In Your House. We can't forget about that.
I was just going to say, yeah. So we're already on
yeah.
the toes of In Your House here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, they've kind of backloaded the episodes to where this episode will be a little extra before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, then. Well, until next week, for Austin Skinner and for Dallas Gridley, I'm Bob Conley Jr., and this has been ICOPOD.
You got to hear it.